Hello, how are we doing today? You might notice that the camera setup's a little bit different today, and you can't see my whole screen. Um, that is because I've gone analog today, and I'm using this Jenga tower this Traditions tumbling tower. Um, I don't know if that showed it to you or not, but this unbranded tower, um, generic brand tower, to play this game because this is a Richard and Alone game. Now, Richard and Alone games are some of my absolute favorites. Um, I love the tumbling tower as a technique. I use it in three of my existing games. Um, Plus, I'd probably use it in more if I could get away with it, or if I had any creativity left right now, which I don't. Um, I am. Oh, I have a little bit of hair on my tongue. Didn't want that. Um, so yes, even though I have an essential tremor, I have decided to play this game analog, and punish myself. Um, the game says that I need to remove 6 blocks before starting. I'm not going to do that. Just because this tower isn't going to need any help to fall down. It is just going to happen. I will not be able to win this game. Just fundamentally, it's not going to happen. I think when I played the Wretched, which is the game that the Wretched Alone system is named for, I survived, I think, 12 minutes. Um, but it might have been less. So I don't expect this game to go for a very, very long time. But I will like read all the way through the document on stream, things like that. So that people get a more of a gist of it, um, so that also so the stream isn't as short as it will take. Like the isn't as yeah as short as the time will be for me to actually like collapse this tower. Um, yeah. So we'll just leave that alone for a minute, and we're playing Un-navigatable by K Ramstack, I think the surname is. Let me see if I can. Um, yeah, Caden Ramstack. Um, who's got this really cool. The layout of this game is fucking cool. I haven't had a really really good look at it. My standard practice is for these games to not read ahead, and to come to the game completely fresh when I stream it. So I haven't read this game. I've only read the itch page, and I don't think I read the whole thing. Um, and I, um, but I'm really really excited, because last night I was talking about um, how online RPG um, online role plays, like forum role plays and like Tumblr role plays, and I like Discord role play communities nowadays, um, have influenced TTRPG culture. And I think they absolutely have. Somebody in the Kiwi RPG forum disagreed with me. That's why I went like disagreed, and I was like, or rather, I disagreed with him. He posted first. He said, "I don't think there's been that much of an impact," and I was like, "I think you're wrong." So also, if you are watching this and you have an opinion about that, please go over to my Twitter, and vote in my poll that I've been retweeting a couple of times today, just because I really want to know what people think, because I think there's been a huge impact, um, particularly from women and people who were teenage girls, um, or who were queer and lonely in their teenage years. Um, yeah, I think there's a huge impact, and I'd be really, really interested in seeing what people's thoughts are. So yeah, there's a poll up on my Twitter account that you'll be able to check out, vote in, share it around. It's up until about 10 p.m. tonight, so that's about 10 more hours. But yeah, let's get started. The game explains itself, so I will just read off the screen. Zynga Zynga, a blogging platform that allowed users to subscribe to blogs for updates without having to manually check each one, first launched in 1999. At its peak in 2006, Zynga boasted over 27 million users and blogs, each with different layouts, content, writings, and art. But with the rise of their biggest competitors, MySpace and Facebook, the end was nigh, and Zynga wouldn't keep its doors open for long. Thousands of blog posts, images, and media were completely erased from the internet in an instant. Gone were the pages of teenage angst, memories of high school, fan pages for anime, boy bands, diary entries, friendships, comments, art, and any and everything else in the internet of the mid 2000s. Any and everything else the internet of the mid 2000s had to offer. By the fall of 2013, I don't know if that means the autumn or the advent, but anyway, by the fall of 2013, Zynga and all of the blogs contained within became completely and utterly unnavigatable. But there's still time. I love this background art. It's extremely 2007. It's extremely Avril Lavigne. I've also been listening to the new Demi Lovato album this weekend, which is also very like 2007. We're living our best lives. I was 13. I turned 13 in 2007. So this era of the internet was extremely like it was on its way out when I was like coming into the internet, but I still partook in it. I was a big part of Everdust forum sites. I was a big part of, there was a blogging website that I was on. I think it still exists, but it's absolutely unrecognizable now. This is probably an exact picture of what my Bebo looked like. Like, this is very good. So as I said, this game is by Caden Ramstack. Uses he, him pronouns. Twitter at Caden Ramstack. K-Ramstack at itch.io. Go check him out. Go buy this game. If you can. It's $15 right now. I don't know if that's the price it'll stay. But definitely worth the price just from this like layout and stuff. Like obviously this was a lot of effort, a lot of work has gone into this game. This little thing alone, this little bedazzled Richard and Alone logo is on its own just like absolutely selling me. This suggests that this might be a 2-hour game. I don't think that it will be for me, but we'll see. I could be wrong. And this game was made for the Death of the Internet Jam, hosted by Cabbagehead at Brain Lettuce. Death of the Internet Jam is for creating games featuring about or based around dead things on the internet. As the internet progresses, the memories we keep on it can disappear at any moment unless we make an effort to preserve them. And I think that's like a big part of this past week's conversation as a whole as well. Just like thinking about the HBO Discovery merger and the way that cartoons particularly are just disappearing right now, just being pulled off the internet entirely. I think Infinity Train is one of them. I don't know all of everything that's going on because I am not really a cartoons person, but it's very much the discussion right now is definitely like centered around how, because we don't own things anymore, we sort of pay to use them. They can just disappear. There's a lot to be said around that and around like internet use. It's a really interesting discussion. I really recommend doing some reading on it. It's very true too. Like how much stuff is on the internet that we just cannot access anymore. And so sometimes we feel good about not being able to access it anymore. I mean, like, as this game points out, one of the endings to this game is that you can succumb to the cringe. And like and decide that saving your work isn't worth it. And that's something that, like, I've probably done at some point in time. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, carrying on. But I'm probably going to run a few tangents today. I always do. One minute. Okay. So I like the way these are dated. That's a great start as well. Okay, so Thursday, 30th of May, 2013, concept. One blogger, in a desperate attempt to keep and record all of their writings, is exporting all of their posts. This wouldn't be a problem for most people, except they wrote nearly 10 posts a day for a good 10 years, and they have lost their password. Better get started. Terrifying concept. If Tumblr ever goes, that's probably what'll happen to me. Friday, 31st of May, 2013, content and safety. Un-navigatable is a game about going back and looking at old blog entries and being deeply, deeply embarrassed at your past self, either through your past actions or how you used to write your posts. This game is also a celebration of the freedom experienced in youth, where you are unashamed to write and share your deepest feelings on the internet. Your interests at the time might be embarrassing now, but they do not make you a bad person then or now. This is a game about laughing at the folly of youth, not hating yourself for past interests and or interactions. Cringe is dead, love yourself. This game also contains the specific following in-game prompts: public humiliation, mentions of a dead grandmother, and online harassment. Feel free to change or discard any card or prompt for any reason. Interesting. This is... Oh, I love this. This is just like a different brand of blog. I cannot read that text, but that's also like era appropriate. Like that's the immersion. It's not being able to read that text. Tools: a tumbling block tower or alternative. I got my tower. One 6-sided die. Padding my pockets. I don't have one. Right here with me, but there should be one on this table somewhere. So this is where we sit to play Monster of the Week. 1 minute. Ooh. Oh my god. I'm literally just like reaching across the table trying to get my pencil case that has my dice in it. Shit, it's open. God damn it. I got one though. I'll rescue those dice after the game. I thought it would be closed. A 6-sided die, 10 tokens are a way to keep a tally. No. Don't hump the dice, Gus. Sorry, the cat. Don't... Okay, I've got to make sure he doesn't eat them. Nope. Ugh. Nope. The dog has to go to the vet already tomorrow. I don't need a cat to eat a D20. Okay. Still. Alright. A way to record entries. Okay, so this stream is my recording entries. I'm just going to say things out loud instead of writing them down. I will, however, I've got a pen here. Oh, yes. Okay. Mark tallies on a piece of paper next to me with a Um, Ace, if you wish to increase your chance of removing all of the tokens, you may start the game with the Ace of Hearts as the top card. Interesting. I want to do that because I want to extend the game. Let me see if I can get the Ace of Hearts. Because I'm going to do that just because I want this game to last a long time, and I don't think it will otherwise. Because of my general bad at tumbling towersness. Where is it? I'm also using a deck of physical cards, which I don't usually do. Got it. But I figured this way I'll keep the game on screen, keep the tumbling tower on screen. So what I'll do is I'll pull a card and I'll show it to you. Show it to the camera before doing anything else. Can you guys see the tumbling tower properly, by the way? Oh, not really. Hang on. I've got to angle this weirdly. That's a bit better. I don't want to push it down further so I can't, because I won't be able to read the thing. I wish I had more than one screen. But, okay. Let's keep going. My meds give me a really dry mouth, so if I drink like a lot of water on this stream, that's why. Okay. Set up the block as you would for a game of that nature. Done. Roll 1d6 and remove that many blocks for the tower. As I said at the top, I'm not going to be doing that because I don't need help. I don't need help losing. The tower represents the time left until Zynga has completely shut down. If the tower falls, the website is unreachable and the blog has completely vanished from the internet. Shuffle the playing deck and face the face down in front of you. I did that before the session, and I didn't look at the card order when I was putting the Ace of Hearts down. And also, I don't know what the cards mean, so I can't stack the deck for myself. Throughout the game, you will encounter king cards. Keep these cards in front of you at all times. If you pull all 4 kings from the deck, the game is over. The blogger has succumbed to embarrassment and doesn't believe that their blog is worth the emotional distress it takes to save it. They have chosen to give up on saving the rest of the posts. Fascinating. Okay. I like that there's 2 bad ends. This is, like, Richard, what if we made a Richard Alone game have more ways to go wrong? I like it. I love it. Interesting. Okay. Interpreting the prompts. The player will take on the role of the blogger, the individual attempting to save all their blog posts before the closure of the site Zynga. I like that. Okay, I'm going on another tangent. I like the inclusion of these words that are coded as hyperlinks. They're not coded as hyperlinks. They're like highlighted as though they are hyperlinks. That is such a key part of internet fiction, and it is such a key it's such a fun callback to like hypertextuality. I think it's just great. I think it's just great. I have game theory thoughts that I cannot remember. I can't remember the correct terminology, and I'm gonna make a fool of myself. But I have game theory thoughts about that, and I love it. So I'm gonna carry on. This game will have the player write both in the third person, e.g. she, they, they, describing what the blogger is currently doing in the present to preserve the posts, and in first person, e.g. I, me, we, writing out the blog posts or comments, other people's blog posts, or other media. The game will indicate when the player should be writing in the first or third person. When a prompt asks the player to write about a piece of media, feel free to use either a real piece of media circa 1999 to 2010, or to make something up entirely. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay. Interpreting prompts continued. Red suits. Red suits represent present what the blogger is currently trying to do or currently feeling. These prompts will be written in third person, addressing the character as the blogger. This is an indicator that the player should write the section in third person. Black suits represent the past, actual blog posts, comments left on posts, web advertisements, etc. Spades will always be blog posts, while clubs are up to interpretation by the player. These prompts are written in second person, addressing the character as you. This is an indication that the player should either write in the first person or write an excerpt from an online source. Also, feel free to have the blogger make notes or comments about blog posts or other media, but write those comments in third person. This is very journaly. I wasn't expecting it to be this journaly, and now I'm concerned that I won't be able to type past the block tower, that I'm going to be in trouble, but we'll see. Read example 1. What entry are they looking for in particular? 7 of diamonds. What entry are they looking for in particular? Why is it important to find? Okay, examples. I'm happy with those. Oh my god, the anime girly. Oh, holy shit. Oh, the heterochromia. Amazing. Fantastic. Iconic. Writing. Feel free to write as much or as little for each prompt. Not every prompt needs to be the same length. For some prompts, you might wish to write several paragraphs, or for others, maybe only a few sentences. Oh, I've got to stop jiggling my leg. I'm bumping that. You also don't need to answer every prompt explicitly. You can also answer them implicitly or with subtext. Lingo. Using emoticons such as, well, I can't say those out loud. But you know the faces. And many semicolons were very common. It was also common to use the asterisk to indicate actions or roleplay such as looks around or laughs. Some other common words were te, zong, smexy, fugly, pwned, noob, roar. All of these were used unironically. It's true. It's very true. Okay. Preserving the posts. At the start of each day, roll 1d6. This is the amount of cards you will draw for the day. Answer the corresponding prompts for each card by writing what the blogger is doing or writing out the individual blog post. You do not need to write a post. You do not need to write a post for each prompt. Feel free to combine prompts as seen fit. Combination example. Wait, what? Oh, right. An example of combining a post. Okay. I just read that in my head, which isn't useful for you at all. So, this is an example of a combination in which the writer writes posts about a friend that they no longer keep in contact with, and reflects on attempts to gain popularity. So, user XX Raxa Raws XX Post date 6:30:06. Zong Simone, my BFF. I talked about her before. You would know this if you would read my posts. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Gave me some good tips on how to get more peeps on this blog. Smiley face with 4 parentheticals. I am worried that all you freaks will show up and be creepy! Exclamation mark. Asterisk looks nervously around. Asterisk. JK, I love you all. She says I wasn't kawaii enough and that I need tat with a TAHT. I need to post more cute things. I am cute, right? And then it's like the 2 T's, like the crying face. Hopefully this new layout will make people more interested in this blog. It is the cutest. Someone wrecked it to me and I just couldn't not. Anyway, I'm tired now and have to go to bed. See you later, lovelies. This is classic. This is classic. I love this. Ending the game. Ending game the. The game ends one of 3 ways. The player has removed all 10 tokens. In this scenario, the blogger has saved all of their posts, every single one. The task is done. Write one final day about the relief and joy of the accomplishment. 2. The tower falls. Zynga is no more. The site won't load. The blog is lost. Even if the blogger wanted to save anything else, they can't now. Write one final day lamenting about what they couldn't save. 3. The 4th king has been drawn. The blog is too embarrassing and the blogger can't bear to look at it anymore. They have decided to abandon their efforts because some things just aren't worth saving. Write one final day about what led to this decision. I'm just out of curiosity. Is my audio working? Yes, it is. Okay. I just had this moment of fear that I was silent. Because I couldn't remember what order I'd started OBS and plugged my mic in. And that makes, sometimes if I do those in the wrong order. Anyway. Playing a shorter game. There are 2 ways to shorten the length of the game. Remove 20 non-king cards from the deck and reshuffle. I don't want to do that. Or remove 8 blocks from the tower instead of rolling 1d6. You may choose to end the game prematurely at any point. If you do so, consider this ending to be the same as if the tower had fallen. Okay. Oh my god. Hearts. Okay. So now this is the prompts. I love this. This is amazing. Look at this art. Phenomenal. Okay. I start. So, I started with the Ace of Hearts, as the game suggested that we do if we wanted to have a better chance of winning. So, the blogger has finally found it. After scrounging through old diaries, journals, and half-filled notebooks, they have the old password to their Zynga blog. They now have access to the individual entries for ease of downloading. Do not discard the card. At the end of each day, roll 1d6. On a 6, remove one of the tokens. So I'm going to draw 10 checkboxes. And I'll tick 1 every time I roll a 6, which is the start of each day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And pull another card. We got the 6 of hearts this time. 6. Here. The emojis they use in the posts don't transfer over to Word. Do they manually reinsert them, or do they forego it completely? Pull 1 block from the tower. Okay. Interesting. I think we try to save. I think we're gonna try and save the emojis. Um, Also, if I stabilize the tower again, this is we're we're doing our best to make this game last longer than 5 seconds. Okay, if I stabilize the tower, that's why we're trying to be a good show, not nothing else. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to try and save them, even if that means taking screenshots and inserting them as images, or if it means like writing out a description of what they were. I think it's important to try and save them. Next card. 2 of clubs. You saw another user on a new social media site talking about Zynga. What do they say? I think it's like a tweet, or a thread maybe talking about, like, oh my god, like, wasn't X so cringe on Zynga? And I think it's like one of those things that somebody's like, oh god, I posted it. You see it and you're like, oh no, I did that. No, you know. I think it's just like that. That's my opinion. Here is the next card. We got the 7 of Hearts this time. An entire section of the website is unavailable because of a broken link. What does the blogger think was supposed to be there? Pull 2 blocks from the tower. I bet it's like... I bet it's an attached... I never used Zynga if it's real. But I bet it's like an attached... It was like an attached like chat room or something. Like some sort of barely ever used supplementary like resource, like that. Pull 2 blocks from the tower. Okay, again, don't judge me if I stabilize the tower. Sometimes you gotta when you have a tremor, and also your blocks are generic brand and therefore not sanded. Did I mention that these blocks are not sanded enough? They catch on each other. It's real dire. So I pulled 2 blocks. How do I know when it's the end of a day? Did they say? I guess when a thing tells me it's the end of the day. So okay, next card. More hearts. 4 of hearts. I swear I shuffled. Half of the images are broken links. They don't remember what site they used to host them. They spend the day writing annotations about what they think the image might have been. Pull 1 block from the tower. And it looks like that prompt actually ends the day. So that solves that question. Oh. Okay. So that's the end of the day. So start of the next day, roll my d6. That's a 1. I do not tick, do I? On a 6, yeah. So I rolled a 1, so I do not tick. one of the boxes for that. Okay, next card. Jesus Christ. 3 of hearts. I think I did something wrong. 3. The website refused to load today. When this card is drawn, write what the blogger did instead of saving posts and shuffle the remaining cards back into the deck. I think... So, like, recombine the deck? I'm gonna reshuffle anyway. Okay. So that's also another day. Like that's a day gone. So let's. So immediately I'm gonna roll again. Another 1. Fuck me. Okay. Next card. The 3 of spades. I think this one's like write a prompt. 3. Write a post about a friend you no longer keep in contact with. So this is... Oh, man. I'm picturing, like... You know when you're a kid and you're like... I remember being a teenager on blogging sites. And... I remember, like... feeling too guilty to ever talk about my friends. Who weren't, like, on the site. Like, I felt like I was talking about them behind their back. So I just never did it. At least I don't remember doing it. I might have done it. If I did it, I don't remember doing so. But I remember feeling guilty about, like, the concept of doing it. So I don't think I did. But, so I think, like, this is, like... my friend, like... let's call her Emily, a bracket, that's not her real name, close bracket, was saying that, I don't have a boyfriend because I'm a lesbian, but I'm totally not a lesbian. I can't believe she'd say that about me. Doesn't she even know me? How rude, etc., etc. I am not. Yeah, that's my approximation. That's a bit shit. I'm not gonna go in depth with this writing, because I will get sidetracked. Anyway, new card. I got the Ace of Spades, so that's convenient. It's on this page already. Ace, through endless scrolling into the depths of Zynga, you have finally found it. Write your first ever blog post on your new Zynga blog. Do not discard this card. If you have drawn the Ace of Hearts, you may remove the token now on a 5 or 6. Nice. Okay, good. What was my first ever post? I bet it was just like... Oh my god. I mean, it was like completely corny. I think it started with Hello World, because that's what you do. And I think it was like... Oh my god. I really needed like a place to blog. I've never been able to keep up like a journal, but I just don't think that like everybody wants to hear my thoughts all of the time, so I just don't want to like post them anywhere else. So this is a blog, it's just for me. If you are here if you know me IRL, go away. This isn't for you. Unless you think it's cool. And then you can hang out XD. Um, yeah, like what is everyone else's like? What do people do here? Um, Other than just like post. I think that's the vibe for first blog posts. Like walking into an empty warehouse, like walking onto the street and saying, like yelling, "I'm new here. Somebody tell me what's going on." Okay, new card. Four of Diamonds. It's our first diamond. It's the pretty space one. What was the original reason for wanting to save this blog? Has the reason changed over the course of reading the posts? I think the reason I wanted to save the blog was literally just that, like, I had some ideas for fiction on there, I was pretty sure. And also just, like, my memory's crap. I wanted to see, like, I saw somebody else mention doing it, and I thought, it'd be nice to see what I was talking about back then. Because, you remember one or two blog posts that you made, but you don't remember all of them, especially when you wrote this many, and so it's like, what did I actually do? Trying to remember. But I think that now it's literally just like, well, these are embarrassing, but like definitely not embarrassing enough for me to not do them. You know? Not embarrassing enough to not have record of your teenage. Because, you got a diary, you keep it, you read it when you're 50 or whatever. But a blog post, if it's gone, it's gone, So I think that's why. Okay. 6 of Spades. Write a holiday post. Is that like... It's probably like a public holiday, right? Not vacation. Like exclamation mark, Merry Christmas, exclamation mark. I hope you're having a good day. I'm writing this after breakfast in the morning because my family don't do presents until after morning tea, and I really wanted, and I'm trying to like not be bored until the presents, since I can't even do anything really because all the family's here. What did you get for your Christmas? XD. PS. I'm in New Zealand, so it's already Christmas here. If you're not from New Zealand, it might not be Christmas where you are yet. So I hope you enjoy it when it gets there. Okay. Next. What is this? 3 of Clubs. You made a friend by posting comments on somebody else's page. Are you still friends now? No, we're not still friends now because that person decided to delete their blog in like 2008. They just graduated high school, they wanted a real job, and they were scared that somebody would find their blog back then, and so I lost contact with them. We're still Facebook friends? Was Facebook around in 2008? Maybe not. No, changed my mind. We're not Facebook friends. I do have some Facebook friends though, who I became friends with because we were like friends on a forum site. I never talked to them, but they're still there on my Facebook. Okay. 6 of Diamonds. What do we got? What are they missing out on to spend time saving the blog posts? Oh my god. I think it's just like all consuming, like missing out on like oh, and if we're going full self-insert, this person is missing out on doing chores. This person is missing out on taking care of themselves while they do this, and so because like they've got it's taken all of their focus. So let's pull. I'm scared. Let's pull the block from the tower. Stabilize it a little bit because I'm shaky. There we go. Yeah, like that block is self-care. That block, I'm missing out on like my life. Um, okay. Um, Next card, the Jack of Diamonds. The blogger is still friends with someone they met on Zynga. They're also trying to save all of their blog posts. Are they having just as much trouble as the blogger? Oh, absolutely. I think there's like one friend who I don't talk to that often, but that they don't talk about too often. Remember the pronouns rule. That they don't talk to that often anymore, but they used to be quite close with back in the teenage depression era. And just like messaging each other whenever they run into a bug and being like, I cannot believe like XYZ, you know, do you remember what this image was? Like, do you remember what this emoji was even supposed to be? And also, like, when you find a particularly choice, like, conversation in the comments, like, sending it to the other person and being like, Lamau, remember this day? You know, I had one time, like, a full, like, RP in the bottom of, a blog post. It was weird. It was extremely weird. Like, fundamentally quite odd. So, the subject matter was like not safe for work, but I was like extremely 14 years old or 15 years old, and I think so was the other person, but honestly I don't know. But also it might not have been that safe for work. It might have just me felt I 15-year-old Christian thought it was not safe for work, so like it might not have been that bad, but I do remember there being a dungeon, so who knows. Next card. 8 of Hearts. Man, I've done quite a few of these now. I'm having fun though. We're still only 48 minutes into the stream, so it's probably a good thing that I am doing pretty well on this tower and stabilizing myself and stuff. There is something wrong with the formatting of an entire post. They can only see about half of the words. Do they try to fill in the blanks or do they leave it as is? I think they put like square brackets and then like put in what they think went there, and then, you know, square bracket, or they leave comments on the Word document or something. Like they try to fill it in, but they make it clear that they're filling it in the future. Pull a block from the tower. That one. I'm scared. I'm scared of this. That's actually another thing. There's like Richard and Alone games are like traditionally horror games, and this isn't horrifying, but the tower is making me anxious, despite me not being full of horror. Just really, I'm really curious about why this is a Richard and Alone game. I'm sure I'll work it out, but it might just be like, oh, another way of creating a natural end. I think it's really fascinating. My mouth is super dry. I don't think it's the end of the day yet, officially, but I'm gonna roll the die, because I did that bit about self-care, and I've pulled a couple of blocks from the tower, so I'm gonna call it a day. Rolling the die. A 5. Yay, I get to make my first tick. Done. Okay, next block. Next card. Queen of Spades. This is either gonna be great or bad. Face cards make me nervous. Queen of Spades is write an overly emotional, angsty post about something that ended up not even mattering. Oh my god, it's absolutely about, like, the group dynamics of, like, a class where we went on a trip to, we went to the school library as a class in English one day, and we were doing research on the computers, and I sat down first, and then nobody sat next to me. Nobody from my friend group sat next to me. Obviously, I would probably just say nobody, but, like, nobody who mattered to me sat next to me. And so, but they were all sitting together, and they were all giggling and laughing, and it was like, did you not sit next to me because you didn't see me? Or did you think that because I went in first that I just wanted to be alone? Or, like, what was the deal? And then, like, when I say that ended up not really mattering, I mean that we're not friends with those people past high school because, they decided to get married to... They moved out of town, and then they decided to get married to, youth pastors, and you aren't Christian anymore. Who's projecting? Not me. Okay, next one. Jack of Clubs. We're doing more face cards. When you were writing the blog, you were never good at coding. How did you find the layout for your blog? Do you know who made it? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is my real life. I am using a Tumblr theme that is out of date because I don't know how to fix it. Oh my god, my brain. Okay. My brain is not functioning right now, but yeah, I think it'll be like, I found it from like I saw somebody who makes them post it, and then I like copied it wholesale over and tried to put my own stuff in, but like you could tell where my own stuff is because the layout design or the font is different. Because the font is different because I didn't know how to change it, etc. Something like that, you know? Yeah, okay. What do we got? 5 of clubs. You found a complete conversation in the comments with another person. Write what you chatted about. Hey, I just called you out this before, but I think it's like the most inane conversation of all time. I think it's the most small talk conversation of the time, but of the world, like in the world. But I think it mattered at the time, and it's literally just like, "Hey, oh my god, how are you? How's school?" kind of thing. But it mattered at the time, even if now looking back, it is complete drivel. Okay, let's go. What do we got? 5 of Hearts. The website crashes every time you try to play a song on it. It takes ages to load again. Pull a block from the tower. God damn it. Autoplay on blogs too. Remember autoplay? I remember autoplay. It was the worst. Okay, next. 2 of diamonds. Why did they start the blog? I think I said this earlier when I was talking about like my first blog post. But I think it's like literally just that they wanted a place to talk about things. Where they could pretend that people were listening to them. Like that's why any of us had blogs, right? Nobody was listening to us in our real lives, so we found a way to make ourselves heard in a different way. Not to get analytical about it, but, you know? Okay. What do you got? 8 of spades next. Write a post containing an absurd amount of tacky, poorly made GIFs. Describe the GIFs to the best of your ability, or if you, the player, are using a computer, feel free to find them at gifcities.org. Oh my god. No, absolutely not. The thing is, I could never have done this because my internet wasn't good enough. God. I think, like, 2000 and... I think I barely knew about GIFs in 2006, 2007, you know? Definitely not 2006, but 2007, 2008, 2009 when I had my blog. I think I knew about GIFs. Like, I don't think I learned about those until I joined Tumblr in 2010. So I'm gonna go no on this one. I'm just gonna, like, not do it. But if I did have GIFs, they would be extremely tacky. Probably Harry Potter GIFs. Or some other fandom. CSI, maybe? I was really into CSI in high school. I don't know. Next card. King of Hearts. This is my first king. If I get 4 of these, game is over. So I'm putting this to the different side than my normal discard pile. They broke the external hard drive they have been using to back up the blog post. The hard drive is completely unusable, but they still have about half of the posts saved on the computer. Pull 4 blocks from the tower and set them aside. Do not plot. God damn it. Where am I playing the block from? There's one. I'm gonna lose here, I think. It's 2. That gave me a fright. God damn it. Oh my god, 1 fear. I've dropped it on the floor, but they're 3. 4. I did it. And because of that, I'm going to end the day. So I'm going to roll a die again. 3. No tick. And I have 1 of 10 ticks. And my tower is looking dire, and I'm about halfway through my deck, or a third of the way through my deck. So, let's keep going. The Queen of Clubs. You were warned from a very young age not to put pictures of yourself on the internet, but you saw people their own age do it anyway. What did you think of them at the time? Has that opinion changed? I mostly thought they were a bit silly, but usually I would spend a heap of time looking at the pictures because they were pretty, you know? I would put photos of myself up online. Like, I was told not to, but I did. I didn't take many photos of myself, though, because 1, I didn't have a camera phone. 2, I didn't have any other sort of digital camera for most of it. And 3, again, I had really shit internet, so. But online privacy has never been my strong suit. Let's be real. Okay, next card. 2 of Hearts. God. They spend the entire day copying and posting from the blog to Word. Do they try and save the formatting with all of the colours and poor font choices? No. No, I think I save it in a way that's editable or easy to read. But also, I never really used lots of colors and poor font choices. I would use like poor font choices, but like I didn't like unreadable things. So I was very like default is fine. I'm still very like that. For me, default font is fine. I don't. Yeah. Um, and that's the end of the day already. So rolling a die again. A one. So no more tick. No tick. Let's start again. The second king. King of spades. Spades, 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 spades. You got really into a webcomic, the most embarrassing one you can think of. You were obsessed. There are pages and pages of posts, fan art, fan theories, the works. You start to wonder if this is really worth saving. Write one entry that encapsulates the pure, innocent joy you had before you knew how to be embarrassed. God, like I said, wasn't into fandom back then. Like, to God, um, I think the post. I'm just gonna describe the post. I think the post is about um um I think the post is one about a heterosexual ship because as we said we were repressed. Two, I think this is about um like grown adults in like a crime drama um because I'm a disaster. Um and I think oh no wait it says webcomic. It says webcomic. God. It's Homestuck. It's got to be Homestuck. I didn't. Worse. I did read Homestuck. Um, I got to Act 5, and then I lost my place. I didn't know how to transfer bookmarks to a new computer at the time, and I stopped using my parents' computer, um, and I didn't know how to get the link, so I lost my bookmark. I lost my place in it. In about Act 5, maybe early Act 6. So, but yeah, I think it's about Homestuck. Um, I can't recreate a Homestuck post. I was never like a Homestuck, quote unquote. So, but let's be real. Um, Now pull 2 blocks from the top of the tower. From the tower and don't place them on top. So, because this was a king. Oh, and I should put that on this side. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Um. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I stabilized the thing because otherwise this is impossible for me. Oh god. And it will still fall. Trust me. There's a couple of layers that are balancing on one now, and I'm terrified of them. Okay. Next. 10 of spades. Describe then write the accompanying post for a piece of artwork you posted on the blog. Include the reasons for your artistic choices. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's probably a piece of fan art for a really insular community I was part of. Like a different website maybe with like its own internal lore. My dog is going apeshit. I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. Back. I'm back. Okay. Yeah, something with like an internal law that nobody else can make sense of because it's not a piece of mass media. And then my artistic choices will be like, I'll like explain that I'm really bad at digital art, and then I'll also like talk about how I hardly have some social justice reason for something I did. Yeah, Queen of Diamonds. Let's go. Are they afraid of anyone finding the posts while they are still online? If yes, who? I think no. I think we're pretty open about our cringiness because it's like laughing with the laughers. The laugh, like, yeah. Like, oh my god, can you believe I was like this? So funny. Like, I think I'm probably posting like some of it myself, like onto Twitter or something, just like making fun of my past self. Okay. 9 of Hearts. Oh, we're gonna pull a block this time. Okay. A post is half garbled and symbols to represent missing characters in unregistered fonts. They can read the post fine, but they will need to manually retype at least half of the characters. Oh, rip. That's kind of... Okay. Okay, this is getting dire. Oh god. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay. What's next? My third keg. Fuck. Fuck! Okay. Oh, I have succumbed to the cringe. Oh, that's awkward. I was just talking about how I'm not even that cringed. No, I haven't. Ha! The thing went down. I didn't succumb to the cringe. Okay. Real good. Oh my god. What's the king of clubs? I'm just curious now. You found a subsection of a blog dedicated to roleplay. Oh, what media was it from? How many pages are still available on the blog? Oh my god, yeah. Oh, that's... Oh my god. Classic. Okay. Yeah, so the tower fell, even though I didn't. I told you it would. I was like, yeah, I stabilize this, but it'll still fall. Just you watch. And lo and behold... Yeah, so this has been Un-navigatable. By Caden Rebsack. I love this game. This was a lot of fun. Oh man, I really love. Oops. I really love games that have tumbling towers. I think they're a really fun mechanic. I'd love to. Yeah. This is great fun. I'm gonna go do what I always do, and I'm gonna go rate and review the game because that is what we do. Go to collections, my solo games. Okay, rate this game 5 stars. This was so much fun. I love how often I just got sidetracked talking about my actual early experiences with the internet. A fun nostalgia trip. There we go. Submit. Yeah, I love this. This is great. Highly recommend going pick this up. It's $15. Oh my god, there's a playlist. Click here for web version. Morning there's, oh my god. Like, this page is so good. Oh, Zynga was real, okay. Look at this. Purchase. There are community copies. There are infinite community copies, which is what I was looking for. So if you cannot afford $15 right now, consider taking a community copy. Yeah. Yeah. Consider taking a community copy, and rate and review the game if you enjoyed it. Amazing. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming along with me, and I will call it there for today. I'll pop this up on YouTube as always, after this, and also as always, I will be back tomorrow with Sims for Simmers. See ya.